Are you tired of showing your product owner the same titled PBIs every single sprint planning? Sick of explaining to them the same things over and over again? Come with me and I'll show you how you can clear up a lot of confusion just by putting in a half-decent PBI title. Hey everyone, Luke Cook for SSW TV here, and today I want to talk about making sure your PBI titles are meaningful to the people who need to read them. Now, this might seem like a fairly innocuous topic, but if you think about it, a lot of different people are going to be reading PBIs at very different times. You've got the developers who need to do the work and assign these tasks. You've got the product owner who has to go through all of the PBIs during backlog refinement and sprint planning. And then you've got external stakeholders who want to see progress during sprint reviews or even perhaps monthly reports. Now, here at SSW, we rely on PBIs quite a lot when we report progress to clients. And so we make sure that we try and put in very, very meaningful titles to non-developers as well. Now, I think the best way to show you how important this can be is to give you a comparison between some PBI titles that aren't that great and some that have had a little bit more thought put into them. So let's have a look at those now and see what we mean. Here we have a handful of PBIs that have been created that probably don't tell anyone aside from a dev a great deal about what they actually entail. Now, let's just imagine sitting down during sprint planning with a product owner and you're asking them which sort of work they want to bring into the next sprint. And you show them this list. They're going to say, oh, okay, fix DI issues. What is that? You'd be like, good question. I don't know. Let's drill in and have a look. So you would go into the details of that PBI and you would say, oh, yeah, okay, so there's a problem here where the entire app is crashing when it starts up. Oh, that's pretty important. Better bring that into the current sprint. Cool, close. What's the next one that we've got here? Deployment failing. All right, what does that mean? And we have to go in, and we go, this isn't a great explanation here, but essentially you're, okay, that's an important one as well. No worries. Let's take a look at, say, another one. Say, add new contacts field. That doesn't tell us a great deal. So the product owner will say, what's this one about? And you'll go in, and you'll say, okay, this one is, this is adding the profile picture to the company contacts. Oh, right. At that point, the product owner says, yeah, no, look, that one's low priority. I don't really need it right now. We can forget about that for the time being. Now, that is a lot of back and forth, diving into details, coming back out for every single PBI. Now, I have an example of 5 here, but imagine if your backlog is 50 or 500 PBIs. That is a lot of work to go through every single item. And the worst bit is that you're going to have to go through these every single sprint planning and every single sprint review because no one's going to remember the details of these, 2 weeks later. So let's see what these would look like with maybe a little bit of extra thought put into the titles. All right. So if we go and park this next to this L1, I've recreated these same PBIs with a little bit more thought put into them, and let's see how that compares. Now, the first thing that you'll note is that we've got these Gitmojis here on the version 2s. This is something that we like to do at SSW because, a picture paints 1,000 words, and at a glance, it's very, very easy to see, oh, okay, we've got some bugs here, we've got some new features here. Great, that at least gives us some context into the PBIs straight away, right? The next good thing that we've got is we're actually labeling the section of each PBI as well. So if we take a look at this deployment failing one, the second one that we saw before, we can see that this is a CI/CD concern. We can see that the pipeline is what's broken here, and that's what, is the root cause of our deployments failing. And we've got a little fire emoji as well to show that this is a critical problem, right? And we probably want to address this straight away. Similarly, if we took a look at, say, add contacts field, the version 2, we can see it's a new feature, and we can see it's in the company contacts, and we're adding a profile picture. Now, this gives your product owner and other stakeholders, non-devs, much more information at a title level so that they can make informed decisions without you having to drill into every single PBI and fish out the context and the details of that explain it to them, and then have them make that decision. So with a little bit of thought, these titles can save you a huge amount of time on ongoing projects and will look a lot better on reports and give your product owners much more value when they see these every sprint review. So I hope you can see the importance of putting a little bit of thought into these. I'm Luke Cook for SSW TV, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.